This is a how-to on your first step once you get into the tool, which is your floor plan. So let's get started. So now that you've done your need mapping questions and it's brought you into the tool, you're gonna see your default floor plan that's laid out for you. Now we will get to customizing this to suit your needs, but the first thing I wanted to talk to you about are your tools that you have to help you throughout the process. On the bottom left corner, you're gonna see a little button. That's our intercom. This is where you can actually talk to our curators at any time if you have any questions, if you're stuck, if you want to read some articles. This is where you want to do that. So you can actually type in, if you have any questions, you can write down what you're looking for and anything will pop up that is regarding that. So you'll find some how-to videos, any kind of articles that relate to what you're looking for. And lastly, you can also find a time just to schedule with us to talk in person or also via Zoom call. The second tool that we do have to offer is your help center, and this has your tool tips for the tool itself, almost like a guide throughout the tool. So you can click on these buttons that show you within the tool where the water supply is, your adjustments for your ceiling heights. It basically shows you a little tour on where all of these buttons are. So that's there for you at all times. There's also the planning, but this will be more for when you're actually designing your cabinets. It gives you some little tool tricks and tips on what goes where and that kind of thing. So we'll go over that more later. So now that we've done that, what we're going to do is we're actually going to just adjust our plan a little bit just to better suit our needs. So if you go into change your room shape, there's two different options for you. There's your closed kitchens and there's a couple default shapes for you. There's also open kitchens. So basically your kitchen is a portion of the room. So there's some default shapes for you there as well. We're going to click this one and validate that. So once we have that shown, now this is where you can adjust the floor plan. You can click and drag. That will adjust the wall size or measurements. You can also click the wall and then type in the measurement that you have, which is really easy because it's nice and accurate. So we're gonna actually just focus on the left-hand side and place our kitchen there. So I'm just gonna adjust these walls here, make it a little bit more suitable to the shape that I'm looking for, and move that there. You can also delete walls, as you can see, and then just adjust your room separators for the tool to know which one is still the kitchen. So as you're going through that, you can also add walls under draw plan. There's room separators, which you can see there. There's also your room objects. This is where you have your free shapes, and your free shapes are at your outlets, your switches, so you can plug those in there, pun intended. Your openings, windows and doors are placed in there, so we're just gonna throw a window in just to kind of show you, plunk that double window in, put it on that wall, perfect. You also have your coverings, and your coverings are basically your paint colors, your floor tiles, your hardwood. We have wallpaper in there, your wall tiles. And then lastly, there is your water supply. So it's going to ask you which room is the kitchen. You pick the room, you validate, and then you just choose the wall that the water supply is going to be on. Then you have your ceiling height. Don't forget to change that. It will matter. So just type in your ceiling height, and that is about it. So that's your first step for your floor plan. So just check in and we will do the next step, which is pick a layout. All right, guys, happy designing.